This is
AudioHabla.
Mexican Spanish. Lesson 32.
La casa.
Welcome to
AudioHabla.
Real Mexican Spanish. The way people actually talk in Mexico. Visit us at
audiohabla.com.
for more lessons, resources, and updates. Before we begin, a few reminders. This lesson works best when you speak out loud. Every time you hear a word or phrase followed by a pause, say it out loud. Don't just listen. Speak. That's how your brain learns a language. Also, don't move on to the next lesson until you've mastered about 90% of this one. If a word or phrase still trips you up, replay this lesson. Repetition is not failure. Repetition is how fluency is built. Let's begin. This is lesson 32 of
AudioHabla.
Mexican Spanish. Let's review some family words from the last lesson. I'll say it in English. You translate it into Spanish. Mom,
Mamá.
Dad,
Papá,
brother,
Hermano.
my sister,
mi hermana,
I have 2 children.
Tengo 2 hijos.
My wife's name is Sarah.
mi esposa se llama Sarah.
Do you have brothers or sisters?
¿Tiene hermanos?
My parents are doing well.
Mis papás están bien.
Good. Today you are going to learn how to describe your home. Listen to the word for house.
Casa.
That means house or home. Say it after the speaker.
Casa.
Again.
Casa,
Now say my house.
Mi casa.
Say at my house or in my house.
En mi casa.
Good. Now not everyone lives in a house. Many people in Mexico City live in an apartment. The formal word is the same as English. But in Mexico, people say it differently. Listen to what Mexicans actually say.
Departamento.
That is the Mexican word for apartment. Say it after the speaker.
Departamento.
Again.
departamento,
In other Spanish-speaking countries, you might hear a different word. But in Mexico, this is the word people use. Say it one more time.
Departamento.
Now say, I live in an apartment. You already know the word for I live. Listen.
Vivo.
Say, I live in an apartment.
Vivo en un departamento.
How would you say, I live in a house?
vivo en una casa.
Notice, apartment uses the short form of a. House uses the form with a at the end. That is the same pattern you learned with family words. Now imagine you are talking with a new friend at a cafe in.
Coyoacán.
That is a beautiful neighborhood in southern Mexico City, known for its colorful streets and markets. She asks where you live. Listen.
¿Dónde vive?
Tell her you live in a house in Chicago.
Vivo en una casa en Chicago.
She tells you where she lives. Listen.
Vivo en un departamento aquí en Coyoacán.
She lives in an apartment in.
Coyoacán.
Now let's learn the rooms inside a home. Listen to the word for room.
Cuarto.
That means room. It can also mean bedroom. Say it after the speaker.
Cuarto.
Again.
Cuarto.
Now listen to the word for kitchen.
Cocina.
That means kitchen. Say it after the speaker.
Cocina.
Again.
Cocina.
Now a word you actually already know. Listen to the word for bathroom.
Baño.
You learned this word early in the course. Say bathroom.
Baño.
Now listen to the word for living room.
Sala.
That means living room. Say it after the speaker.
Sala.
Again.
Sala.
Let's practice. Say the kitchen.
La cocina.
The bathroom.
El baño.
The living room.
La sala.
The bedroom.
El cuarto.
Your friend from.
Coyoacán.
Asks about your house. Listen.
¿Su casa es grande?
She asked if your house is big. Tell her yes, it is big.
Sí, es grande.
Now tell her your house has 3 bedrooms. You know I have and 3. Listen to how you say it.
Mi casa tiene 3 cuartos.
Notice you use a different form of have when talking about what your house has. You are not saying I have. You are saying it has. Listen to both forms.
Tengo. Tiene.
The first one means I have. The second means it has or you have. You already know both of these. Say my house has 3 bedrooms.
Mi casa tiene 3 cuartos.
Now let's learn a few more things you find in a home. Listen to the word for door.
Puerta.
That means door. Say it after the speaker.
Puerta.
Again.
Puerta.
Now listen to the word for window.
Ventana.
That means window. Say it after the speaker.
Ventana.
Again.
Ventana.
And now a very practical word. Listen to the word for key.
Llave.
That means key. Remember, the double L in Mexican Spanish makes a ya sound. Say key after the speaker.
Llave.
Again,
Llave.
how do you say the door?
La puerta.
The window?
La ventana.
The key?
La llave.
Now say, I don't have the key. You know the words for I don't have.
No tengo la llave.
Say the door is open. The word for open sounds similar to English. Listen.
La puerta está abierta.
The new word at the end means open. Say the door is open after the speaker.
La puerta está abierta.
Do you remember the word for closed? You learned it with restaurants and stores. Listen.
Cerrada.
Say the door is closed.
La puerta está cerrada.
Good. Now let's put it all together. Your friend wants to know more about your home.
¿Cómo es su casa?
She asked, what is your house like? Tell her your house is big. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a big kitchen. Let's take this one piece at a time. Say my house is big.
Mi casa es grande.
It has 3 bedrooms.
Tiene 3 cuartos.
2 bathrooms.
Dos baños.
And a big kitchen.
Y una cocina grande.
Good. Now ask her about her apartment. Say, what is your apartment like?
¿Cómo es su departamento?
Mi departamento es pequeño, pero bonito. Tiene un cuarto, un baño, una cocina y una sala.
She said her apartment is small but pretty. It has 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, a kitchen, and a living room. Do you remember the word for small? She used it just now. Listen again.
Pequeño.
In casual conversation, Mexicans often use a shorter word for small. Listen.
Chico.
Both work perfectly, but you will hear the shorter word more often in everyday Mexican speech. Say the shorter word for small.
Chico.
Now say my apartment is small.
Mi departamento es chico.
Ask her if her apartment is near here. You already know a word for near. Listen.
Cerca.
Ask, is your apartment near here?
¿Su departamento está cerca de aquí?
Sí, está muy cerca. A 5 minutos.
She said yes, very close. 5 minutes away. Now let's practice a full conversation about where you live. I'll set the scene. You respond in Spanish.
¿Dónde vive usted?
Tell her you live in a house in Chicago.
Vivo en una casa en Chicago.
¿Y cómo es su casa?
Tell her it is big. It has 3 bedrooms.
Es grande. Tiene 3 cuartos.
¡Qué bien! ¿Vive con su familia?
She asked if you live with your family. Tell her yes, with your wife and 2 children.
Sí, con mi esposa y 2 hijos.
¿Tiene jardín?
She asked if you have a garden. That is a new word. Listen to the word for garden.
Jardín.
Tell her yes, you have a small garden.
Sí, tengo un jardín chico.
Now ask her about her home. Say, and you? Where do you live?
¿Y usted? ¿Dónde vive?
Vivo en un departamento en Coyoacán. Es chico, pero me gusta mucho.
She said she lives in an apartment in.
Coyoacán.
It is small, but she likes it a lot. Ask her if her parents live nearby.
¿Sus papás viven cerca?
Sí, mis papás viven aquí en Coyoacán también.
She said yes, her parents also live in.
Coyoacán.
Let's take a moment to review all the home words you learned today. I'll say it in English. You translate it into Spanish. House,
Casa.
apartment, the Mexican word.
Departamento.
Room or bedroom.
Cuarto.
Kitchen,
Cocina.
bathroom,
Baño.
living room,
Sala.
door,
Puerta.
window,
Ventana.
key,
Llave.
Now say, I live in a house.
Vivo en una casa.
My apartment is small.
Mi departamento es chico.
My house has 3 bedrooms.
Mi casa tiene 3 cuartos.
I don't have the key.
No tengo la llave.
Excellent work. You can now describe your home in Mexican Spanish. In the next lesson, you will learn about food in depth, including the real meals Mexicans eat every day.
Hasta la próxima lección.
This has been Lesson 32 of
AudioHabla.
Mexican Spanish.
AudioHabla.
That's the end of Lesson 32. In Lesson 33, you'll learn about food in depth, including authentic Mexican meals. Remember, don't move to the next lesson until this one feels natural. Replay it as many times as you need. Aim for 90% before moving on. This has been
AudioHabla.
Mexican Spanish. Real Spanish. The Mexican way. Visit
audiohabla.com.
for the full course, transcripts, and more.
Hasta la próxima lección.